Hello everyone, this is Midlife Music Teacher and I'm Mrs. G. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts, my feelings, and my procedures for the last week of school and checking out for the summer. So let's take it from the top. Hello everyone, it is Friday, June 6th. It is one of the last days of school. I just thought I would document the end of the school year here, and just so everyone's aware, it is a 2 coffee kind of day, but it's warm. It was warm yesterday too. Today is the kindergarten students' last day of school. They will be having what is called their Friendship Day ceremony, and this is kind of like their kindergarten graduation. Next week, we have a grade 4 advancement ceremony, which is kind of a moving up ceremony. It is the 4th graders. Last year in elementary school, in our school district, the 5th graders go to the middle school. So all that is coming up. Today is Sunday, and this is the last Sunday before the last week of school. Many teachers talk about Sunday scaries, and I'll be honest with you, probably because I have been a teacher for so long, 27 years, and because I've been in this particular position now for 6 years, I don't really get those. In fact, my Sundays are pretty quiet. The only things I do for school on Sundays is I meal prep. I meal prep all my lunches for the week. It just helps me be less stressful. And I look over my plans to make sure that my plans for the week are completed. And I read my newsletter that our principals send us every week on a Sunday. And that's it. That's all I do for Sunday. And this is my last Sunday for reading my newsletter, for meal prepping, and actually my plans for the week are already all set. I don't even need to check those. So that's it. Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, the last Monday of the school year. I have arrived here at work a little bit later than I normally do, although I'm not late. I not only spilled water all over my pants today, but when I got into my car, there was bird poo all over my windshield to the point where it would not come off with just the windshield wiper fluid and my windshield wipers. I had to go inside my house, get my glass cleaner and some paper towels and remove it that way. Anyway, not something I was planning on having to do this morning. So today, even though all the kindergartners have graduated, and so there will be no more kindergartners in our school for the next week, I rearranged my schedule today to take a 2nd grade class during my kindergarten block in order to be available to do the 4th grade advancement ceremony rehearsal. So my 4th graders are singing 2 songs in their advancement ceremony. They will be moving to the middle school next year as 5th graders. So in order to be available for that, I had to rearrange my schedule. So even though I don't have any kindergarten today, I do not get that free block. Another thing about today is that, and I'll talk more about this a little bit later, but most of my classes are going to be singing in the microphones today, where I play the piano and the kids sing into the microphones. And because last Monday was field day and the Monday before that was Memorial Day, this is the first and only time my Monday classes will get to do this activity. So my backup always on the last week of school is singing in the microphones and boom whacker videos, but I don't even think they'll do the boom whacker videos. They'll probably just want to sing in the microphones, which is fine with me. So that's the plan for Monday. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday, the 4th grade had their rehearsal for their advancement ceremony, and it went very well. It's always good to be able to have them all sing together on the bleachers like they're going to do in front of the parents. Today, I have a class on a field trip, and I have a kindergarten block. So I have 2 blocks today where I don't have a class. So I am going to try to finish my inventory. I want to clear off my counter space and maybe start tackling where my desk and bookshelf is, because that's the messiest, most unorganized area I have, my desk, my little desk corner in my room. So I'm going to try to get to that today. One of the things about in my district is that the specials teachers, along with most classroom teachers, with the exception of kindergarten and preschool, who finished last week, we have students right up until the last day on the last minute. We used to have a half day on the last day of school and then be able to use the second half of the day to clean up, check out, turn in our keys, walkie-talkies, things like that. A few years ago, they took that away. So we have students up until the last minute of the last day of school. We did get notified that we are not allowed to come back to the campus next week. So if you do not finish cleaning up and packing up your classroom on Friday, then you can't do it. So basically, you have to finish on Friday. I intend to be able to leave within, hopefully, 15 to 20 minutes of our contractual end time. That's my hope. That's my plan. I feel like I'm in better shape this year than I have been in the past. In the past, I'll have students in the room waiting to be dismissed, and I will literally, the last half hour of school, just start shoving stuff in closets just to be able to leave within a reasonable amount of time. And then I tell myself, that is a problem I will deal with next school year. And you know what? It just doesn't get dealt with. And so every year I find more stuff in my closets that I never really discovered before. This year I found a hi-hat cymbal. There's no stand for it, but the two cymbals for the hi-hat are hidden in my closet. I actually, a few years ago, found an auto harp. So I actually took that home. I'm going to take that home this summer. I'm going to give it a tune-up. And maybe if I don't use it, I can let the kids kind of play around with it. I think that will be fun. So that is Tuesday. Pretty quiet day today. I'm going to get in there and get going. I got a lot of things done today. I had 4 classes today. We sang in the microphone. They played boomwhackers. One of the classes had a reward class because of a thing the specials teachers all did this year called the Golden Star. And what it was is each week, the 5 specials teachers would vote for the class that participated the best in our classes for each grade level. So we picked a K, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 class that had the best participation in each grade level. And so once a month, whichever class had the most votes had a gold star hung outside of their classroom. And so every month it would be retallied. Well, at the end of the year, we decided that the class that had the most votes altogether from each grade level would get a freeze pop party. So each one of us took one grade level to give the party to. So for me, it was me. I took the 4th grade class that got their freeze pop party today because they were the winners of the contest. They were a lovely class. We had to do the freeze pop party inside today because it is raining and pouring. So I'm feeling good about getting these things done. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and I left my house about 10 minutes late. So I've arrived 10 minutes or so later than I normally do, which is still early. But I got a lot done yesterday. So today I'm going to focus on my desk area. I teach more classes today than I did yesterday, so I have a little less free time. Tomorrow, I don't really have much free time at all. I am conducting 2 pieces of music for the 4th grade advancement ceremony, and the first one begins during my prep time. Then I rearranged my schedule so that even though there's no more preschool, I'm going to have a 1st grade class during that preschool time. And then my end of the day preschool time is the end of the day 4th grade advancement ceremony. So my day is kind of chopped up, kind of all over the place tomorrow. So I really hope to get my desk done. Luckily, my grades are done. They're due at 9 a.m. this morning, so that is all done. And I'm just feeling it every morning this week on my drive to work. I'm just saying, 2 more days of this, 2 more days of driving to work for this school year anyway. Here goes Wednesday. Today is Thursday, and today is a big day for 2 reasons. The first reason is that this is the grade 4 advancement ceremony, and so there are 2 sessions. There will be 3 classes that will do their ceremony in the morning, and then 2 classes that will do their ceremony in the afternoon. As a result of that, I had to rearrange my schedule a little bit so that I would be able to be at both of the ceremonies. So because there's no preschool, I flip-flopped classes around. So when I go in this morning, I'm just going to send a quick email to remind those teachers that we did change their preps. The other reason this is a big day today, and this is part of my geeky self, is that my favorite band, 21 Pilots, is releasing a new song today with a video. I will not get to watch it when it releases at 12 p.m. because of the whole rearranging of my schedule and because of the 4th grade advancement ceremonies. I'm sure I'll be getting all kinds of notifications on my watch, but I'll be able to watch it at 2:30 once all those things are over. And so I'm really excited about hearing this new song and seeing the video, but that's just another little thing about what I'm excited about today. So it should be a great day. It's gonna be warm today, but not too humid. So here goes Thursday, second to last day of school. Today is Friday, the last day of school. I just wanted to come on here this morning and say a couple of things. First of all, the advancement ceremony was beautiful yesterday. One of the things about the advancement ceremony that's really bittersweet is that some of those kids I've had since preschool. So a lot of them I've had 5 to 6 years in a row, and it's the last time we'll sing together. And it's really hard not to get all choked up and cry, especially during the last song. But it was really nice, very poignant way to end an elementary school experience. I got to watch the video and hear this 21 Pilots song yesterday afternoon, and it's a great song. And I probably would say that no matter what kind of song it was, but there's piano, synths, drums, falsetto, scream singing, a little bit of rapping. The music is so beautifully chaotic. Oh, I really, really enjoyed listening to that song. Another thing that happened yesterday is that the PTO left all kinds of snacks and treats for us in the teacher's room for the last 2 days of school to fueled up for our packing up and checking out. So that was really nice of them. And finally, what I am doing today. There's a little bit of a reunion happening out here in the parking lot. So, because it's the last day of school, so people are seeing each other off. There's people who are retiring that this is literally their very last day of school. And wow, I can't comprehend what that will be like, but it's not for a few years for me yet. So today, my students will be having sort of like a free choice music class. I will have my tables with coloring pages, connect the dots. I have a couple of music games. I have a puzzle, and I have some little fortune tellers that kids can make and play with. And then I also let kids make a mural on my chalkboard. I have one of the last chalkboards in the building, and it's quite large, so I let kids draw on it on the last day of school. I'll take a picture at the end of each class for posterity, and then erase it for the next class. And that's what the kids do in my room on the last day. A lot of times on the last day of school, children will come in and bring you little thank yous and have a great summer, little handmade things. But this one was one of my favorites. This is from a parent of a student I have currently, and this parent was once my student as well. So these are special. It's 3:40, a little bit later than I thought I was going to be leaving. But I spilled some water all over the floor, which prolonged my check out, if you would. I'm soaking wet. I dumped half the bucket of water that I use to wash off the chalkboard after every class, dumped half of it all over my shirt. Actually kind of felt good because it's kind of hot today. Ready to get off this roller coaster ride and have summer vacation. As I do a quick reflection here on the last day of school, I just kind of compare the school year to a roller coaster ride. And when you're on a roller coaster ride and you're being flung around, there's high points, low points, you're flipped upside down, you're twisting, you're turning, you're going at high rates of speed. And the end of the school year is your chance to get off of the roller coaster. And I take at least 2 to 3 weeks before I can even start my summer projects, before I can feel like I'm starting to function like myself when I'm not in the throes of the roller coaster ride. Now, people love roller coasters. They're very exciting. But even people that love roller coasters have to admit that going on a roller coaster over and over and over and over can do things to you. And so that's what summer vacation is for teachers. It's a chance for them to get off of the roller coaster, to reset, to find yourself again. Each summer, I have a list of projects I do in my house, but every summer I also try to learn something new, do something I haven't done before. A couple of summers ago, I taught myself how to crochet. I've spent a lot of summer learning to play new music. So this summer I have a few things that I want to do that maybe I haven't done in a while or I've never done before. So learning like a new skill and things like that over the summer. But ultimately, teaching offers an opportunity that not a lot of other careers have, and that is the end of the school year is an end. And you have a chance to reflect and start over every school year. Other jobs, it's just a day-to-day thing. Sure, you have vacations, you have weekends, you have holidays and things like that. But no other profession like education do you have an ending date and a chance to start over every school year, which really is unique and it is a blessing. And I'm looking forward to resetting myself and preparing to just relax, recuperate, learn some new skills, refresh, reset before next school year's roller coaster ride begins. So that's it. That's kind of what I did this week, how the school year ends. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I have some videos coming out this summer, just kind of story videos, maybe some reaction videos, things like that, videos that maybe don't have anything to do with education. We'll see what happens. So, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.